The Warriors hand the Pelicans their 17th loss of the season with an 8-point win tonight. 104-96, the final from Chase Center as the Warriors get the win without Steph Curry, who's out for a week with a quad contusion. Golden State now improving to 11-10 on the season with tonight's victory. And we welcome you outside to the Gatehouse in Thrive City at Chase Center for Warriors Postgame Live, brought to you by Toyota Larbred, alongside NBA champion Festus Ezeli. Rod Brooks with us this Saturday night as well. And the Pelicans surely did not make this easy for the Warriors tonight, but the Warriors offense turning it on late in the game. They end up with 5 players in double digits.
Yeah, if you watch this game in the first half, it was a grinded out, just ugly offense, just trying to figure out a way to find something going. The Warriors were, the Pelicans were, and the Warriors on one hand trying to play without Steph and find a new way to get going. GP2 was a revelation in that first half. He was cutting, playing off of Jimmy Butler. I thought Draymond Green did a great job of getting Jimmy going. Great passes from him, getting some guys, but just could not buy a basket. Scary moment when Jimmy fell down, all the things. But ultimately, it came down to the second half, making some shots, getting some stops in key moments, and the Warriors just starting to get a rhythm at the end of the game.
Life without Steph looked pretty bleak there, very bleak in the first half, with the Warriors starting on threes, 2 for 22. But it's amazing what you can do when you go to the basket. And eventually, the Warriors started going to the basket, finishing with 52 points in the paint.
Woo!
And just the all-around effort.
Say it again,
well.
say it again.
52 points in the paint. Oh, wait, I got something even better for you. Only 10 turnovers for the entire game.
Now, that's a miracle.
When the Warriors don't turn the ball over and they're getting extra shots, even if the three is not falling. Well, the Warriors take 93 shots, but they got 14 offensive rebounds and 16 second chance points. They worked smarter instead of working harder.
Yeah, as you know at home, the Warriors, one of the worst teams in the NBA this season as far as turnovers. So that number, very impressive for the Warriors tonight. But that's something that they can build on. I understand the Pelicans have only won 3 games on the entire season, but you take that turnover number, you build on that, you realize, hey, as a team, we're able to control the basketball, and you can take that and build momentum moving forward. Now, of course, you got the Thunder on Tuesday. That's not going to be easy.
Well, these kind of games are some of the games the Warriors have struggled with all season long. Coming into tonight, I think the Warriors are 4-6, playing against teams that are under 500 in the NBA. So these are young, athletic teams that run up and down. They're excited to play against the Warriors. They come in here, the offensive rebounds. The Warriors turn the ball over normally. But tonight, doing a much better job playing clean basketball. It was tough to buy a basket in the first half. Just one for, it was 9% for the three-point line. Yeah. That's a tough way to play. I thought GP2 did a great job of just setting an example. Cut to the basket. Jimmy Butler is getting all this attention. He is doing a great job making his own plays, willing his team to win, but cutting to the basket was really the difference in this game.
I thought the Warriors let a bottom 5 offensive team drag them down into the mud. And once they realized that they could not survive that way, then again, they started to work smarter. They started to go to the basket, and they started to use their force in that regard. But I tell you what, man, Jimmy Butler, the more you watch him, the more I should speak for myself. The more I watch him, the more I appreciate what he brings. He's just so smart. He's just so savvy on both ends of the floor. And listen, this thing got started for the Warriors in terms of them winning the game with Jimmy Butler. It was tied 87-87 with a little bit over 5 minutes remaining. How did that 9-0 run get started? Jimmy Butler getting an offensive foul on Missy, and then they got that 9-0 run started.
I mean, all across the board. You have guys that came into the game. J.K. was back after missing an extended amount of time. Struggling against buckets in the second half, hits 2 key baskets. Buddy Hield actually to start the game off, Buddy Hield drives to the basket, just breaks it open enough for guys like, GP2, all these guys getting to the basket. But I thought Jimmy, exactly what you said. Jimmy was the guy that got everybody involved in the game. Now with no Steph, you have Jimmy, who is a mismatch offensively. Everybody who was on him, whether it's off the post or off the drive, Jimmy was doing a great job getting into the 2 feet in the paint, and then guys like GP2, Moses Moody, all these guys getting shots, or because Jimmy Butler was getting that offensive attention.
No, you can't leave out Brandon Pajemski either. He ends up with 15 points on the night. And the Warriors had a good run in the second quarter, but it was really late in this game, in the fourth quarter, when the offense kicked it up a notch, as we get a look at the Warriors' offensive run late in this game. And it did get started with Brandon Pajemski, who nailed a 3. He goes 3 for 9 from three-point range tonight. Very down on the three-point range overall, just shooting 25.5%, of course, without Steph Curry. But this late run offensively with no Steph should give Warriors fans a little hope.
But I just want to point out again, that three from Pods came
great cuts
after you got the offensive foul, the charge that was drawn by Jimmy Butler. So, yeah, you get the three, and then everything opens up. Let's get to the basket. Oh, GP. I mean, nobody's paying attention to the trail. But for it to come off the defense, Pods to get that three, and then the Warriors get that 9-0 run started by doing what? Going to the basket, baby.
Did they get the defensive message from Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green? I think so.
Well, I mean, but listen, those guys said what they said, and then they backed it up with their play. Right? I thought Draymond and Zion, that was the battle that I was looking forward to. It looked like an 80s battle, and I would say that Draymond handled Zion pretty darn well, considering how big, how strong, and how quick Zion is.
Okay, so the question was, did they answer the battle, did they answer the question that Jimmy and Draymond put out today? Yes. Offensively, they came out and they struggled to buy baskets. But defensively, they put their imprint on the game. They were pushing guys. They were physical, making sure the big guys got out. I thought East Missy was a rebounding machine out there. He's a big guy. Against the Warriors small ball lineup, that was tough to get a basket, tough to get a rebound. But GP2 came in the game, got some offensive rebound return. Jimmy Butler, 8 rebounds. All these guys, they had to gang rebound to answer the call tonight to get this win.
And again, the offensive rebounding, 14 offensive rebounds, 16 second chance points, considering the Warriors could not buy a bucket from the outside. Those 16 points were big.
Gary Payton II coming off the bench. He had 19 points tonight for the Warriors. Let's get it out to Bob Fitzgerald and Kalina Azubuike, who are standing by with GP2. Guys.
So Gary Payton, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 1 off your career high. You changed the game, the little big man with the cuts and Jimmy finding you inside.
You know where I'm going to be. So they know where I'm going to be. So if they need some help or outlet, you know where to find me.
I was about to ask about that. Like, where did that start for you, the little big man? No one works a short corner like you, hangs around the basket, cuts, rolls to the basket. Where did that unorthodox style start for you? Was it Oregon State? Was it when you got here?
High school.
High school? Okay.
I was surprisingly, I was the tallest on my team my high school year. So, you know, I had to play the 5 and do a little bit of both. So I learned from there, and then from there, it's just, you know, reps. Did it in college and did it through, you know, G League and whatnot, and, you know, turns out to be a nice spot.
Gee, you've had Steve Kerr talk about commit fewer turnovers, and the Warriors now are 10-1 when that happens. Are you guys tired of hearing that, or is it just like we're going to stop turning it over?
I hope not. We're winning games when we don't, so I think we should keep doing it.
What do you like about what you guys did defensively? Because you guys mixed it up. You went zone. You got a bunch of deflections, got some steals, got your activity up.
Yeah, that was it. Like you said, activity. We got to be more active in the gaps and have each other's back. So once we do that, have each other's back and rebound and limit to one-shot possessions and get out and run, you know, we can do some things on the other side.
What'd you have for Thanksgiving that allowed that ankle to heal so quickly?
about 4 good plates of Monique's great food. Wherever she goes, there she is right there. Monique's great food. So shout out Mo.
And you also got to the offensive glass. I mean, you even had a nice finish where you caught it with one hand and laid it up. Fitz was pretty impressed by it. I was saying it's pretty easy for you. Just describe that play for us.
Oh, I was just I was looking to see if it came off the rim, and it did, a little bit wide to the right. So I missed one in the second half down here, but in the first half, I think it was just soft touch. I learned it from Guy. Shout out Guy Santos.
Nice. Gee, we'll let you go with this one. You're the only guy on the team that calls 30
Wardell.
one name.
Shout out Wardell. We had to have his back today, so we got to have his back for a couple more games. So let him rest and get back. So I think we got it. We got it.
Hey, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 1 off your career high. The little big man, you changed the game. Monique's cooking gets the victory tonight. Thanks for stopping. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Happy holidays.
That is Gary Payton II. How can you not smile when you're around Gary Payton? He is just that special.
Great energy.
Warriors get the win. They desperately need it. Rest up, Kalina Azubuike. You might be guarding Shea on Tuesday. Bring on the Thunder. We'll have that broadcast for you. Warrior pregame live coming your way at 7 o'clock.
Fellas, thank you. Jimmy Butler leading the Warriors tonight with 24 points, but it's Gary Payton II off the bench. He has 19, the second most points from a Warriors player tonight against the Pelicans. He was all over it.
I mean, where are you going to find Gary Payton most of the time? At, near, around the basket. All of these highlights. Where's Gary Payton? at, near, or around the basket, or running the baseline. He's a really smart basketball player, his IQ, but his effort. My favorite part of the night, 4 offensive rebounds of the 11 that he grabbed.
Yeah, you mentioned all those points in the paint. You can thank GP2 for a lot of those, Festus.
Absolutely. Doing a great job cutting around. When Jimmy's driving to the rim, he gets a lot of attention. He cuts back behind the teeth of the defense. That's IQ. But also he had 3 assists. Like, he's also creating shots for his teammates. What I love about GP2 is he is a low-maintenance player. He doesn't need the basketball to be effective. Defensively, I thought he did a great job, put his imprint on the game, making sure guys felt his presence right there. But then offensively, he went and grabbed offensive rebounds. He got 4 offensive rebounds. That's huge for a team that's really struggling on the boards. This is the smallest guy going against some of the biggest guys. When he's on the floor, people don't see Gary Payton as a shooter. So they back off of him. You have to do a good job of making the defense pay for that. So he did a great job back cutting, did a great job offensive rebounding, making himself a threat on the floor. And I think GP2 can be a model of example of how everybody can make an impact in this game. Rebounding, getting layups, getting cuts, getting dunks. And at the end of the day, you work your way in and out. You get a 3 at the end, and a little reward at the end of the game, right?
I mean, it's about that want-to, man. It's about that want-to. Go get the ball. Make yourself an indispensable presence on the floor. Gary Payton, the third.
GP2, the second. We'll go with
I don't know why I gave him another one.
Yeah, why not? Just give him another for his performance tonight. Let's talk about Jimmy Butler. He played 37 minutes tonight for the Warriors. He was their leading scorer with 24 points. He was a team leader, and that's what he's doing. He's doing it with his words, but he's also doing it with his play on the court.
Listen, scary moment right there, LB, where he fell on his back, on his hip, and Jimmy, being the leader, they just called his team out saying, we have to get this thing done. He knew how important he was to this team tonight. And he came out, he backed it up, bounced right back on the floor, got layups, got free throws, got assists, got rebounds, everything the team needed tonight. Jimmy put his cape on because he was Batman tonight.
And again, I want to shout him out from an offensive rebounding standpoint as well. 5 offensive rebounds for Jimmy Butler. The Warriors' eventual game-winning run, that 9-0 run, started when Jimmy Butler drew that charge with 4 minutes and 31 seconds left in the game. The defense from Jimmy Butler is what ignited this Warrior win.
What do you think it says to a team that's without Steph Curry, Festus, to come out and perform like they did? It was tough going early in the game. They were down 1 point at the end of the first quarter. The Pelicans had the lead. So this wasn't an easy win. It was a hard-fought come-from-behind win for Golden State.
The first half of the game was trying to learn how to play without Steph. And the offense is way different. Steph gets a lot of attention, and then the Warriors play with that advantage. You have a 3-on-2 advantage the whole rest of the time. Tonight, I thought Jimmy Butler became the ball handler. He became the focal point. And he just put his cape on. I thought Jimmy did a great job of being everything for the Warriors tonight. I thought he did a great job leading the break. I thought he did a great job playing defense. He was being physical out there, rebounding the basketball. When you play with that type of edge, I thought it bled to the rest of the team. Gary Payton came into the game, made his impact felt. Moses Moody made some shots there. QP, even the duo of QP and Draymond outplayed Missy and Zion Williamson. I thought that was a key to the game as well.
You know what? Tonight, Jimmy Butler was Batman. Jimmy Butler had to play the way that he played tonight. Just only a couple assists short of a triple-double. Just an outstanding performance.
And Jonathan Kuminga back on the court tonight for the Warriors. He had missed 7 games. He's one of their 5 players that scored in double digits. Kuminga finishing the night with 10 points. We're going to take a break here on Warriors Post.